Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Persona 3 FES. In the last episode, we looked towards our guiding stars in order to finish off not only Mamoru's Star Arcanum, but Yuko's Strength Arcana as well. Although that's not the only thing that happened in the last episode. Through a random transfer of Fuka's new friend Natsuki, we ended up seeing Fuka realize what she really wants to do for SEAS, and, in turn, fully awakening a whole new persona, and that is Juno, the Queen of the Gods, also from Greek mythology. So honestly, yeah, it was pretty cool. So, with that being said, first thing for today's episode for 1023, we're actually going to go and see Hidetoshi now, and I'm going to be completely honest, it's been a long time since we've actually done him, so let's actually go finally see him since, yeah, it's been a while, honestly. This is the student council room. Yes, it is. Since you have Oberon, a persona of the Emperor Arcanum, you should get along well with Hidetoshi. Would you like to spend some time with him after school in the student council room? And that's obviously the case. You have decided to spend some time after school in the student council room. And let's go see how Hidetoshi is doing since, we've definitely kind of been holding him off for a while. And honestly, I don't even see him in the room, that's kind of weird. Gekkoukan High School, Student Council Room. You help out on various student council projects. The hours fly by as you work on the tasks. And still no Hidetoshi. Is Onigiri absent today? Apparently so, maybe. No, I think he's busy. Busy doing what? Yeah, busy doing what exactly as well? Busy playing Private Peter. I'll just say that. Oh, you mean what Fushimi was telling me about earlier? I see. Well, his intentions are good, so you can't really blame him, but I understand how you feel. You can go if you'd like. I don't mind. Sorry for all the drama. You decided to leave the student council room. He's trying to figure out, who left a cigarette in the boys' bathroom, if I remember correctly. That's how long it's been. And honestly, yeah, it does make sense why he would go out of his way to try and find that, since it's still a high school, and technically none of the kids here are actually old enough to actually smoke yet. So, yeah, technically it's not something you should be doing. And also, although people do still smoke, it seems to have went down when it comes to physical cigarettes, which is actually a good thing. But now it's just vapes nowadays, but honestly, I don't see the vapes as bad as the cigarettes were, to be completely honest. But honestly, I could be completely wrong, but I don't do vapes myself, so I wouldn't even know what the bad things are for vapes, to be completely honest. But honestly, it's probably better that the actual tobacco cigarettes are actually gone. Because, yeah, those were pretty bad on your lungs, to be completely honest, and I should know. Both my parents smoked. My mom used to smoke, and I got her quit when I was in elementary school, but my dad still smokes nowadays, but honestly, yeah, it can really mess up your lungs, so yeah, it's probably good that Hidetoshi's looking into this. Gekkoukan High School, first floor hallway. You can hear someone yelling. So where's your evidence, smart guy? Yeah, where's your evidence? There's no needful evidence, I know all about you. You were arrested for beating up a guy in the park who snitched on you, right? Really? I wouldn't know. He's literally, a different model of the punk characters as a student instead. Honestly, I would not know who this guy is. Whoa, he's at it again. That's the third person today he's accused. Oh, he's just accusing random people. My boyfriend said he was accused too. He was so pissed off. That guy's gonna get himself punched in the face one of these days. Well, that would end up with the person going to the principal and getting expelled from the school, but I don't think you should really do that, honestly, because violence is really never the answer when it comes to trivial means, to be honest. It looks like the punk is going to hit Hidetoshi. Let's intervene then. There's no reason to let him do that. If it's not for you, then give me some names. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. You have my word as member of a disciplinary committee. Okay. You think you're so smart, don't you? What a loser. Honestly, I wouldn't know. Honestly, it seems like Hidetoshi's pretty smart. It's like, kind of like singling out people to see if he can find psychologically who the person is. because their personality would change when they get, when he walks up to them and starts saying, hey, I know you did this, and then their personality is going to switch in order to get, say, hey, I'm not the person doing this. So maybe that's what he's honestly doing, but I honestly wouldn't know since we only hanged out with him 3 times, so I don't know his entire personality yet. But I guess we'll find out. Don't think you're off the hook just yet. Seems like he definitely got off the hook. The punk walked away. Yeah, he definitely did. He kind of ran off, didn't he? Spooks-kun, you look like you want to say something. Good work. Yeah, good work, I guess. Hidetoshi seems satisfied. If we let people get away with breaking the rules, things will only get worse. One day it'll spiral out of control, and there will be nothing we can do. So we should deal with this problem now while we still can. True, I guess. I know what people think of me, but if you try to justify your actions, people will hate you even more. History has proven that. So let this serve as a warning to other offenders. Spooks-kun, you're a sensible person, right? You understand, right? Yeah, I think so. You sense that Hidetoshi is beginning to trust you. Your relationship is stronger now. Oh, he didn't trust us before? I thought he did, honestly, because he never seemed to, be angry or, he seemed like he was pretty friendly with us the entire time, so I'm actually surprised he didn't trust us. A mysterious voice rings in your head, and that would be rank 4 of the Emperor, since I know we hanged out with him 3 times beforehand, and it's been, since, I think episode 11 was the last time we hanged out with him, so, yeah, it's been a while. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have a blessing when thou choose a greater persona of the Emperor Arcanum, which is always nice to hear, and honestly, I like the Emperor Arcanum. But no one will ever be able to beat Kanji, in my opinion. The Student Council Social Link has reached level 4. The power to create personas of the Emperor Arcanum has grown as well, which is always nice to hear, as I said before, since, you can always use it whenever you fuse new personas, and honestly, you can use any kind of EXP bonuses you can gain from them, and use the abilities you get from those Arcanas that you don't use into Arcanas that you end up using. So honestly, anything we can use is honestly good. I'm gonna get back to business. You should go home before it gets dark. Okay, yeah, of course. He decided to go back to the dorm. And with that, let's go see what's going on with the dorm, since, as we know, sometimes there's something, and sometimes there's not. And it looks like we might have something. Oh hey, the buffs are increasing, huh? That makes me think that a shadow is coming. But this will be the last one, right? So let's do our best. That is definitely what we thought was going to be the case, but honestly, who even knows if the last one's actually going to be the last one? It definitely is a thing to ponder, isn't it? Definitely is something to really think about. I think, based on our deductions, it's going to be the Hanged Man Arcanum. But the thing is, we don't even know if the final shadow is really going to be the final shadow, since there is going to be a final boss of some sort. And I don't think the Hangman is going to be the final boss, because of the fact that the game doesn't end until March. So, yeah, there's definitely still some story we have left, and still another few bosses we have to fight, right? So, definitely strange, and I definitely am very concerned on what's going to happen after this next Arcana, to be honest. Because, yeah, there's definitely some things we still need to do, like Strega is definitely one, and getting to the top of the Tartarus is another thing. So honestly, yeah, I'm kind of concerned and kind of scared at the same time, honestly. Okay, for 1024, it looks like we have some story for the actual day, which is something surprising, so let's see what's going on here with Yukari and Mitsuru. Oh, sorry, no one was here, so I figured it'd be okay. Interesting. It's rare for you to be here. Is it for the archery club? Yeah, is it? Yeah, the teacher asked me for reports. That's interesting. Kind of weird to see her inside the student council room of all places. So yeah, that is kind of weird. I see. Then you must be busy. Yeah, definitely seems so. Not really. At least not compared to you. Yeah, true, Mitsuru is always pretty busy, let's be honest. And we never really get to hang out with her. And hopefully we will, because, as I said, she does have her own social link, so... And I think that opens up in the next month. So that'll be fun to finally actually learn more about Mitsuru, since she's pretty secretive for the most part. But honestly, I like all her interactions throughout the story so far. So honestly, she's a really fun character. I wish there was ones for the male characters, for the male SEAS members, because I would love to learn more about Junpei, Shinjiro, Ken, Akihiko, and even, I think Koromaru has a social link in the portable version when you play as the feminine main character. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that could have happened if they were played, they were actual social links in this game. That would be really cool. But sadly, they're not. But it's still cool to think about that they actually did change their mind and actually fix it when they went back and made the portable version. But honestly, it's going to be sad not being able to do those, since I don't think I'm going to just play through the portable version to get all the social links. I'm going to be honest, it's probably going to be the same game other than that, to be completely honest. Other than, I don't think there's free roam. I think, it's a point and click for the rest of it when it comes to the outside stuff, which, not really my thing, but it definitely is cool to, see that they actually fixed that up, since, honestly, I actually kind of want to, see Junpei and all the other characters and learn more about them, but we technically still do through all our story interactions, so thankfully that's not, a big problem, since, the game definitely gives them a lot of interactions, which is nice. I wanted to ask you something. Yeah? Yeah, what's going on? Senpai, why did you decide to fight? She was kind of forced into it based on what we heard, because apparently her persona was forced out, based on what Shuji was saying long time ago, when we first learned about the Korijo group's involvement with the creation of the Tartarus and the Dark Hour. So honestly, maybe she'll actually tell us the actual full story, maybe. Well, I guess you could say it's my way of atoning for the past. Atoning? It's not your fault. And even her father even said that when we went to Yakushima. She still thinks it's her fault. Interesting. I see. Well, in my case, I don't really have a reason anymore, if I'm being honest. I know the whole story about my father now, but I was thinking maybe I could erase the mistakes he left behind. Technically that's still a reason, I guess. That's interesting. I guess I should have thought about this earlier, huh? Why didn't I question myself sooner? That's interesting to really think about. What's done is done. Yeah, definitely is done. But it seems like everyone else has their own reasons for fighting. In the end, defeating the shadows is all that really matters, isn't it? What are you trying to say? Yeah, what are you trying to say, Yukari? I'm not exactly sure. It'll all be over after the next full moon, but I'll probably still be trying to figure it out. Definitely not the case, but the characters don't know that. Maybe so, but at least then, we'll be able to return to a normal school life. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be also normal, let's be honest. We still have a robot attending school, let's be completely honest there. The student council members will be here soon. If you want to talk later, let me know. Okay. No, that's okay. Thanks for listening. Yeah, that was interesting. But I'm pretty sure, based on what I said earlier, Yukari is more than likely going to be the next person to awaken their persona, to be honest, based on there still being skills that, because the skills kind of, say who's going to maybe be the next one, I think, because Yukari's all done with leveling when it comes to skills right now. So I'm going to say Yukari's probably next, and it's probably going to be, Junpei, and then it's probably going to be Mitsuru, and then it's going to probably be Koro, and then we're going to be the final one, since I know the protagonist also has his own, free awakening that he gets at probably near the end of the game. Because that's what happens with all the Persona games, is at the very end, the main protagonist gets their final, reawakening of their main persona, which would be kind of cool. And honestly, I think, if I remember correctly, because I saw it in Persona 5 Royals DLC, it's called Messiah, I believe, which sounds pretty cool, honestly. But I guess we'll see that when we actually get to that point. So first things first, we're gonna do Yukari here, since I think that's probably the best thing we can do for today. Hey Spooks-kun, are you busy? I thought we could talk for a while. Yukari looks anxious. Okay. Since he had Pixie in Persona the Lover's Arcanum, You should get along well with Yukari. Would you like to spend some time with her? Yeah, of course. Thanks. No problem. Yukari seems relieved. Then can we go to the rooftop? Yeah, of course. It seems like the rooftop is, where you take people in order to get the lovers route for the most part. For every single character, it's been that so far, except for Yuko. But that's kind of funny, honestly. Gekko-kan High School rooftop. A gentle breeze is blowing. So, what do you want to talk about, Yukari? Hey, do you remember when those guys stole my wallets, and you came to help me? Yeah, you got angry at me. I remember that. What is it? Sorry I got so mad at you. Oh, okay, I'll take your apology then. At least she said sorry about it. I don't like having to depend on other people. I want to be able to take care of it myself. But I ended up needing your help. And obviously you weren't going to fight off 3 dudes on your own. I'm just going to be honest. Not even I can fight off 3 dudes on my own. I'm gonna be completely honest. So at least I made an even playing field. 2 against 3 sounds a lot more fair than, you know, actually losing no matter what you do. Because the odds definitely were not in any of our favors there. I never told you this, but I was really glad you came. I don't think I could say this to anyone else, Spooks-kun. What's that? Thank you for your help back then. I really appreciate it. You're welcome. Anytime. Yeah, anytime. I don't mind. Trying to play it cool, eh? You sense a warmth from Yukari. The 2 of you have grown much closer. And with that, we're officially starting Yukari's lovers routes, since that's the reason why I didn't do rank 6 yet. And that's what I said before, because I didn't want to have to worry about, running into that whole thing where I had to juggle 2 characters again. So, now that we're now on Yukari, as I said, we pretend that the lover routes are in their own dimensions and it's just me and that character. So, keep that in mind, because I don't want to have it be, you know, where Makoto's dating 5 other girls, and that still sounds weird in my head, to be honest. A mysterious voice rings in your head, and with that, rank 6 of the Lover's Arcanum. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have a blessing when thou choose to create a persona of the Lover's Arcanum. And that's a for sure, because I remember that one, and that was the whole reason why I even stopped that one, because I didn't want to worry about reversals and all that other stuff again. The Yukari Takuba social link has reached level 6. Your power to create personas of the Lover's Arcanum has grown as well. And thankfully we don't have to worry about that anymore. And the reason why I say that is due to the fact that there's no other girl characters that can reverse now, since now they're on unbreakable bonds. So now they can't reverse no matter what happens. So we're perfectly safe to actually do Yukari's social link like normal. It seems like things are getting serious with Yukari. She might get upset if you go out with another girl, which there's literally no one else, so we're perfectly fine. Woo, that's a big weight off my shoulders. I guess so. Wow, it's getting late. You decided to go back to the dorm with Yukari. Okay, for 10:25, since it's a Sunday, we already know who we're hanging out with, so let's see how Akinari's doing. And this should be his 9th Arcana rank up, since obviously he's getting closer and closer to the end of his story.
Oh, it's you. Why don't you have a seat? This bench is too big for me alone.
It seems like Akinari would like the pleasure of your company, and it doesn't seem like he's as sick as he was before. Since you have Yanagarasu, Persona of the Sun Arcanum, you should get along well with Akinari. Would you like to talk with him for a while? Yeah, of course. So let's see how he's doing.
Then this bench shall be our meeting place.
Yeah, of course. Akinari seems pretty happy. And let's see how our favorite young man is doing, since apparently he's around the same age. I think he's 19, to be honest, based on, like, him being a little bit taller than us. I think that's about his age. Since, actually, that's not even that far off from main character, since the main character is, like, 16 to 17, based on what I know. So, technically, yeah, he was right on being about the same age as us, which is kind of funny, to be honest, since he kind of guessed on that.
So I'd like you to congratulate me. As of today, I am a free individual.
Wait, really? Oh, did you finish your story, or free from what? Probably a story. Oh, did you finish your story? Yeah, did you?
Oh, not quite yet. Although, almost though.
Akinari is smiling.
I just got back from the hospital. They were going to admit me, but not anymore. I guess my body is too weak to undergo surgery, so I refuse medication as well. So much for the hospital, right?
I guess. So they just let you leave?
Now I'm just waiting for the end.
Aw. So that definitely proves that his story is literally on his end. For real. Like, not just, hey, I'm gonna be, fine and the story's gonna end, happily. He's going out with a whimper, basically.
But I don't feel like I'm the only one being singled out anymore. Everyone is waiting to die, if you think about it. Some just have longer to wait than others.
Not really, but I guess if that's the way you want to think about it.
But once the time comes, it's the same for all of us. I'm still a little lonely, but I'm not sad anymore.
Well, that's good. At least you're not sad. Akinari smiles slightly. You sure you're okay with that, though?
I want to remember what you look like, Spooks-san.
Oh, okay. Akinari is staring at you. Your relationship is stronger now. So I guess he just wants to remember what we look like whenever we see him again, I guess. A mysterious voice rings in your head. And that's rank 9 of the Sun Arcanum, leaving only one last rank up for him. And honestly, I don't know how the final one's gonna go for him. It can drastically go different ways. And honestly, it could get very, very dark, honestly, for the final one, to be honest, based on everything we've seen so far. So, yeah, I'm kind of scared to see what happens next. Thou art I and I am thou. Thou shalt have her blessing when thou choose to create a persona of the Sun Arcanum. Okay, well, that's good to know. So, with that, the dying young man's social link has reached level 9. Your power to create personas of the Sun Arcana has grown as well, which is always nice to hear. But, what do we do now, Akinari?
Oh, thank you. I'm a little bit tired today. The story is almost done, so I can show it to you soon.
Oh, okay, cool. You decide to go back to the dorm while saying goodbye to Akinari for now. Well, hoping for the future for him as well. I'm just gonna add that since I want to make it a little bit happier since, it's really depressing to be completely honest. Okay, so there happens to be a new recording in the bank of consoles, so let's see what's going on here. There seems to be a new recording. Watch a recording? Yeah, of course. I honestly don't know who it could be, because there is a couple characters that still have yet to have specifically their own. So honestly, I don't know who this could be. So, let's see here. So this would be October 12th, 2009, at 12, that would be PM, right? Or no, actually no, that's 2 o'clock. So 2 PM, 56 minutes, and 22 seconds. Beginning playback. Sorry, I got confused for a second. Sometimes military time confuses me, since, where I live, we don't really use that, to be honest. Unless you change your clock to military time, of course. I guess it goes like this. And apparently, Yukari ended up wanting to do that whole maid thing, even though she seemed like she didn't want to. That's kind of funny, because she was going to do that for the cultural festival. That's pretty funny, actually. Welcome. Are you ready to order? So it was like a maid cafe kind of thing? Kinda sucks that school festival got cancelled. Maybe I could just wear this around the dorm for the day. Well, I guess you could. So she actually did want to do this. It's actually interesting. Sup, Yucatan? Hey, does that mean you gotta call me master? Okay, then. What's going on, Yukari? You're planning to work as Mitsuru's mansion or something? Oh, she's probably pretending. She's probably pretending to be us, like Junpei or something, or Akihiko or something like that. That's actually kind of funny. Look, forget it. I haven't had a chance to return this yet, but now that I look at it, it's a real uniform. Not just a costume. True, it actually does look pretty, actual, real, compared to, a random, maid costume. It doesn't look like it's just thrown together. It looks like it's actually, what you would normally wear. It's actually kind of interesting. Hey, I should take a picture before I give it back to Senpai. Okay. Wait. Oh, that means she got it from Mitsuru then. Interesting. Hey, Yukari-chan, are you there? I need your help with something. Sure, 1 second. Yeah, I should drag Fuka into this, too. Would you want to be the only one in a picture looking this way? Okay, then. So it looks like Yukari really didn't care. That's interesting. Because Yukari's character makes it sound like she never wants people to see her, like, doing anything like this. So that's kind of interesting that it's like she's completely changed when, like, personalities. It's kind of strange, actually. But it's also nice to see, honestly, since she's usually pretty, like, aggressive and angry, and more angry than Chie ever was, and I still go by that. Because Chie was, like, basically Yukari, but Chie was also had a lot of, like, nice aspects about her. Like, Yukari's really, really angry most of the time. So, when she's actually nice, she's actually a nice character. But the thing is that Chie was definitely the right way to do this kind of a character, to be honest, when it came to personality-wise, because you can be angry, but you don't gotta be mean all the time, because you could be nice to her and all of a sudden she'd snap on you out of nowhere, which is something that Chie didn't do, which was nice. But, yeah, Yukari's definitely a strange character, I'll be honest. Yukari, in those clothes. I've got a couple spare outfits. She has a couple? You want to try one on too? How about it? Huh? I don't think she would want to, but, I guess we're just forcing Fuka into it, I guess. Wait a second. Don't worry. Just hold still. This is a little tricky to put on, so it'll be faster if I help. Okay then. Wait, Yukari-chan, And just like that, I guess Fuka ended up becoming a maid too, but we didn't get to see that part, but that's probably for the best since, you know, the recording seemed to end at the perfect time, to be honest. The recording ends there, and just like that, interesting. And also, the reason why I said that, they're based on certain characters is because of this, because I never showed this off before, since it says Yukari's video, Mitsuru's video, Aegis's video, Shinjiro's video, Akihiko's, Fuka's, Junpei's, and Ikatsuki's. So, honestly, we've pretty much seen every character that we have except for Ken. So Ken should be the next one then, right? Oh no, Koromaru technically too. So either Koromaru or Ken. Interesting. I wonder how that's gonna go, honestly. Because, you know, we might see something pretty interesting in that. But, yeah, it looks like Yukari really didn't care about being a maid or anything. And also, I also found out this room's here, but you can't go into it. And it's it's Shuji's room. But I'm surprised that you actually can't go into it, because every other room you can walk into, like random rooms that aren't even open yet, which is really interesting. But, yeah, I wonder if we'll end up ever being allowed in there at some point, since, you know, I don't think it would lock off every single room in this place, since it seems like this place is pretty free roam for the most part, which is actually pretty cool in my opinion, honestly. Okay, finishing off where we left off in the last episode, we're actually going to be doing Kazushi for 1026. So, let's actually finish him off in today's episode, since that's honestly one of my plans for today, because we're almost at the end for him. He's on rank 8 right now, but he's going to rank up to rank 9 when we talk to him, so honestly, I want to see how this one ends, since, you know, he's messing up his leg pretty badly. It seems like he doesn't understand the problem of that. But I guess we'll find out.
So Spooks, you going to practice today?
Yeah, of course. Since you have Ares, a persona of the Chariot Arcanum, you should get along well, Kazushi. Would you like to go to practice today? And we'll probably see him today, since he seems to be actually going now.
Yeah, it takes dedication, but no one's more dedicated than me. Oh, well, let's go.
Yeah, of course. Kazushi seems happy. So that means he's actually going to be at practice today. That's nice to see, since he's been kind of skipping it lately. So that's actually cool to see he's actually showing up, but is he going to be okay with his knee being the way it is? Gekkokan High School Gymnasium. The kendo team is giving it everything they've got. The workout is tough but fun. At least we can see where he is this time, because he was kind of, like, missing last time. He was, like, in the, probably in, like, this line over here where the people are hitting their kendo sticks. We couldn't actually see where he was, to be honest. Everyone gather round. Okay. Guy that looks like Mr. Ikoda. As you all know, Kazushi's knee is in a bad shape. If you see him struggling, I want you to stop him immediately. Okay. That's it for today. See you all tomorrow. Oh. That's all he's gonna do?
Let's grab a bite to eat.
Okay. Yeah, of course, Kazushi. You left school with Kazushi. It looks like he's not mad about that, so at least, like, the teachers are kind of, like, letting him try as hard as he possibly can. UI Todai Strip Mall. Ramen Shop Hagakure. So, what is it, bud?
Oh, sorry, I need to borrow your shoulder again. He's the one that suggested we go eat.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm sure you love lugging all this dead weight around, right?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine, bud.
Oh, really? Well, I guess you don't seem to be tired.
Kazushi seems happy.
I knew you were tough.
Yeah, it definitely would be for Makoto, due to the fact that, I'm pretty sure, at this point, due to all the work we've done in the, Tartarus, that, due to the fact that you get tired really easily, I have a feeling that, it's basically like working out for a whole day for an entire hour. So, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Makoto and everyone else on the C's team are, like, physically really fit, I would think, after everything they've done, to be completely honest.
Oh, when I go to my sister's place to play with my nephew, I help him get into the bath. Even though he's only 5 years old, he's still heavy. It'd be difficult having to do that every day. If I'm not able to walk, then I won't be able to get, to go to the bathroom by myself.
True.
I'll be a burden to my mom.
Probably so, bud.
That just occurred to me while I was leaning on you.
Yeah, you should worry about your knee a little bit more, bud.
Hey, let me know, if I become a burden on you, will you?
You're not a burden.
I'm completely upfront with you, so I hope you feel like you can do the same.
Yeah, of course. Yuzushi seems to be worried about you. Your relationship is stronger now. Yeah, I don't mind, buddy. You're okay on my book. As long as you, like, make sure that your knee doesn't get completely messed up for life. Because I definitely would like for my character kind of, like, say, hey, you probably should worry about that a little bit more. Mysterious voice rings in your head, and my character probably does. It's just that a lot of the conversations we have where our characters talk on their own is outside of our realm, and we can actually see what we actually say outside of that stuff. So, yeah, I definitely hope Makoto is saying stuff like that. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have her blessing when thou choose a creative persona of the Chariot Arcanum. And with that, leading us to rank 9 of the Chariots. And that means we only have one more left for Kazushi, and then we're done with the Chariot Arcanum. The Kendo Team Social Link has reached level 9. Your power to create personas of the Chariot Arcanum has grown as well, which is always nice to see. So honestly, yeah, you should probably make sure your knee doesn't get messed up, dude. It's gonna be really bad if you do get it all messed up for no reason.
I felt kinda guilty since I made everyone worry. I have to win at regionals no matter what, for their sake too.
Okay. After you ate, you left with Kazushi, and probably went back to the dorm. Okay, for 10:27, it's time to finally finish off Kazushi. So, let's see how the Chariot Arcana finally finishes off.
Sup, Spooks? You going to practice today?
Yeah, of course. Since you have Ares, a persona of the Chariot Arcanum, you should get along well with Kazushi. Would you like to go to practice today? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it takes dedication, but no one's more dedicated than me. Well, let's go.
Yeah, of course. Kazushi seems happy. With that, we're finally finishing off the Chariots after so long of this game. Because, what was it, like, April when we first unlocked this, Arcanum? And now it's literally almost, let's see here, November. So yeah, it's been quite a bit of time. But Gekkokan High School Gymnasium, and we still have Kenji, and he was the first one we unlocked, so yeah, he's probably pretty happy to finally be worked on. I honestly didn't really care about Kenji's socialing from what we saw. It never really made me feel like I wanted to finish him off right away. So I guess once we actually, start doing it, maybe I'll find out, it's actually good or something like that. But I guess we'll find out soon. The Kendo team is giving it everything they've got. The workout is fun, or tough but fun. Surprised it's still tough on us, honestly. How's your knee, Kaz? Yeah, how is it?
Not so good. I can't put too much weight on it.
That's no good. Then you should take a break. Sorry, but can you give Kaz a leg massage? No problem. Hey, let me see your leg. Oh, look at that. You actually found someone that wasn't, all angry about it. That's actually kinda nice.
Sorry you're missed practice because of me.
Don't worry about it. I wonder, junior varsity team. Okay, I was wondering what JV meant. Besides, it's for your nephew's sake, right?
I'm really sorry.
After practice, he decided to go back to the dorm. Which we know we're not going back to the dorm. It says that, but it really shouldn't, because you know you're gonna be walking into Kazushi, Gekkokan High School, in front of the gates. And it's gonna be, yep, I was about to say, if it said, like, random voice, I knew it was gonna be Kazushi anyways.
Spooks.
Hey, what's going on, Kazushi? What do you want?
Are you free? I need to talk to you.
What about? Yeah, what about, buddy?
Well, I don't want anyone over here.
Kazushi seems a bit nervous.
Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, of course. You left with Kazushi. Wonder what he wants to talk about, honestly. Since I have no idea, honestly. Oh, okay, so we're on the, little restaurant above, Bookworms. Or technically Wild Duck Burgers, and all the restaurants are all in one little spot, over by Bookworms. Iwai Todai Strip Mall, Wakatatsu Restaurants. The scent of broiled fish fills the air. Okay, so I was wondering what that was. I thought it was chicken nuggets, to be honest.
Where should I begin? It's all a mess in my brain.
What's wrong, Kazushi?
First, let me give you this.
Oh, okay. You've obtained sports tape. Oh, thanks. That's nice of you.
My nephew gave it to me. It's a good luck charm. There's so much that I could never use at the time at all. If you get hurt during practice, it should come in handy.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I wanted you to be the first to know. I've made up my mind. I'm going to have a surgery to fix my knee.
Oh, really? What about the big meat? What about your promise? What about the big meat? Yeah, what about it?
I don't think there's enough time for me to recover, but that's okay.
Kazushi is laughing nervously. Oh, okay, so he's just gonna, just do it anyways. And hopefully his nephew follows suit.
It's not like I gave up or I'm being selfish. I don't want the whole team to suffer because of me and my nephew. Even if I managed to win, I don't think I'd feel good about it afterwards. Before all I thought was winning. But then Coach was grilling you about my knee. I realized I can't keep thinking only for myself. At the same time, I can't just give up on winning, since that's part of who I am. But for now, I won't worry about winning races. Instead, focus on the winning, back my health.
Good. Good on you, Kazushi. And honestly, your nephew shouldn't have even put you in that situation in the first place, because it ended up making you almost lose, your, walking capabilities as well. Which was kind of messed up of them, but based on what we know, based on what he said, his nephew's only 5, so it does make sense. The kid doesn't understand that he almost, hurt Kazushi in a, major way. So honestly, hopefully the nephew understands the implications of everything and, actually goes through with actually doing the, what was it? I'm trying to remember, but he has to do special light training to fix his leg up. But he can easily fix it up as long as he does it.
I can't keep asking for your help all the time, but I do want to thank you for your help you've given me so far.
It seems Kazushi truly appreciates your friendship. Your relationship is stronger now. That's rank 10 of the Chariots. I wonder if it's gonna be, a lifelong friend or not. Because honestly, it's only done it for 2 characters, but I think it's because we've only done it with, 2 characters that were around our age. And also, what do you call it? And what I mean by that is, Mamoru and, Bebe. And the other characters, like Tanaka, wouldn't make sense for them to become lifelong friends, since usually lifelong friends when, you're in high school would be, kids in your actual grade or school in general. So, it does make sense for that, but honestly, I kinda hope that Kazushi would become a lifelong friend after all that. Because, I think he would trust us quite a bit after everything we've done with him. A mysterious voice rings in your head. With that, rank 10 of the Chariot, and we're officially done with another Arcanum. Thou art I, and I am thou. The bond that was nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Chariot Arcanum has now been set free. We bestow upon you the ability to create Thor. Ooh, Thor's the Chariot's final one in this game. The ultimate form of the Chariot Arcanum. I'll definitely take that. That's really, really cool. I like that. I'm really happy with that. The Kendo Team Social Link has reached its maximum level. You have now mastered the Kendo Team Social Link. Your power to create the personas of the Chariot Arcanum has now been meet its maximum. You have forged a bond that cannot be broken. So, does that mean he's also a friend that will be there forever, or it seems like a no so far? The Chariot Social Link is at its maximum level. You can now create Thor, the mighty god of thunder, which is always nice to see.
I'm gonna go tell my nephew what happened, and offer to go through rehab with him.
Good.
I wonder which one of us will cook first. After all, he wants to be tough like me.
That's good to hear. You and Kazushi hung out for a while. Okay, and the dark hour is now upon us again. And it's probably Pharaoh's just warning us about the next, full moon operation and everything. But, honestly, we always know he does say something important during all of these. So, let's see what he has to say this time. Good evening. Good evening, Pharaoh's. What's up with you, buddy? Long time no see. Long time no see indeed.
It'll be a full moon again in just another week.
True, well.
At last, the 12th one. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. I honestly don't know if we'll be fully ready, but I guess we'll find out.
Regardless how long it's been, a lot has happened, hasn't it? But it's a bit soon to be reminiscing. How about I come and see you once it's over? Be careful now.
Yeah, I guess we'll see you again soon. Pharaoh's has disappeared. Huh, so he's gonna come visit us again after everything's over. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Wonder when that's gonna be, honestly. Okay, for 1028, we're gonna be hanging out with Hidetoshi. So, let's see how he's doing. This is the student council room. Yes, it is. Since you have Oberon, a persona of the Emperor Arcanum, you should get along well with Hidetoshi. Would you like to spend some time with him in the student council room? Yeah, of course. So, you decided to spend some time in the student council room. Okay, cool. And with that, so let's actually see how he's doing, because, honestly, I want to focus on him for now, honestly, when it comes to, like, one of the other characters we can hang out with, since, it seems like some characters kind of overlap on days right now, so, honestly, I think we're going to be focusing on Hidetoshi and Yukari when it comes to school social links. And then obviously Sunday is going to be Akinari, since he should be reaching his final social link on the next Sunday, which we're getting really close to. Gekko-kan High School Student Council Room, and by the music being in panic mode, I'm pretty sure he's in another argument, and I was right. The staff members are arguing. Okay, so what's going on?
How many times do I have to explain? It's like I'm talking to a moron.
Why are you accusing me? The cigarette butt was in the boys' bathroom, right? True.
Can you prove that it wasn't a girl who left it there?
True. Someone could have just threw it right into the bathroom. It doesn't seem like it's, like, hard to do that. There's just no reasoning with you. No one seems to agree with Hidetoshi. Interesting. So now he's accusing people inside the room. That's interesting. Everyone has left. Yeah, everyone has indeed left.
What a bunch of Neanderthals. Spooks-kun, were you there the whole time?
They can be pretty cool, apparently. Yeah, definitely so. I guess they just don't understand the, how bad it can actually be. Because, the school could get in trouble, and, they could lose their funding and everything based on what we heard. So, yeah, definitely is good that he's looking into it.
Don't hold it against them. They're like children. They just don't understand.
Hidetoshi seems satisfied.
Sooner or later they'll see the light. Then they'll respect me.
I guess.
I'm not isolating myself. I'm just being aloof. Sooner or later, someone always gets hurt in any relationship.
I guess.
I guess I'm preaching to the choir, though. I apologize.
It seems like Hidetoshi is trying to be a good friend. You understand Hidetoshi better now. I agree, I think. He's just, very specific on the way he thinks of things. And although he could be a little bit more caring and understanding to the others in the situation, it does make sense. A mysterious voice rings in your head. And with that would be, I think, rank 5 of the Emperor now, so we're halfway. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Emperor Arcanum. And honestly, I'll take whatever we can get, since, this is always useful. The Students' Council Social Link has reached level 5. Your power to create personas of the Emperor Arcanum has grown as well, which is always nice to hear. So, what do we do now, Hidetoshi? It's getting dark out. Well, apparently it is, but honestly, we literally can't tell.
There's no reason to have a meeting if no one's here. Let's go.
You decided to go back to the dorm. We'll see you later, Hidetoshi. Okay, for 1029, we're going to be hanging out with Yukari, since, like I said, we're going to be juggling off of Hidetoshi and Yukari now, so let's see what's going on with her.
Hey Spooks-kun, are you walking back by yourself? I'll come with you.
It seems like Yukari wants to walk home with you. Yeah, of course. Since you have Pixie, a persona of the Lover's Arcanum, you should get along well with Yukari. Would you like to spend some time with her? Yeah, sure.
Great. Let's go somewhere.
Yukari seems excited. Also, it's kind of weird that Yukari's the Lover's Arcana, honestly, because, you know, it doesn't really feel like a Lover's Arcana, to be honest. It is definitely strange. I feel like they just gave it to her, but it is kind of weird. But I guess it makes sense because of the choker on her neck is a little heart, and maybe that's the reason why they chose it. And then, I guess her persona kind of looks like a heart as well, but honestly, yeah, it feels like they kind of just gave it to her and then just kind of modeled it based off her model, basically. Since she doesn't have any, like, because there's specific, like, things for the Lover's Arcanum. If I remember right, On was the Lover's Arcana for Persona 5, and then for Persona 4, I believe it was, I'm trying to remember exactly, my brain's a little foggy for that, to be honest, but it was, the characters seemed more interested in the main character than Yukari's does, to be completely honest. Which, you know, that's basically how the Lover's Arcana was, or well, in the future it will be. But yeah, it's definitely strange to see how much it's kind of, like, changed. Unless, you know, Yukari could get a lot, like, more involved in the character, maybe. But honestly, I guess we'll find out. UI Todai Strip Mall, Wakatatsu Restaurant. The scent of broiled fish fills the air. We've heard that line again.
This is so good. I made the right choice getting the same thing as you, Spooks.
Yeah, it seems like we get the same thing all the time, but honestly, I guess it sounds pretty good. Since it's like fish and I think rice, and then, I don't even know what the other thing could be. Honestly, I would think fish and chips, but it's like mashed potatoes or something next to it, which I honestly don't really know, because the rice would be what's inside the little red bowl next to us. So honestly, I have no clue what the other thing on the plate would be. Like sauerkraut, or honestly, I wouldn't even know.
Doesn't eating fish remind you of the ocean?
Kinda.
It's part of our lives. I guess living along the coast. We even spent our vacation at the beach.
Yeah, Yakushima.
Hey, after all this is over, why don't we go somewhere different like the mountains? We could have lunch outdoors. Maybe we'll even see a deer or something. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, we could do like a little picnic over by the mountain. That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Really? You promise?
Yukari seems really excited.
Alright, then I'll make us lunch. I might not look like it, but I'm a pretty good cook. Just you wait and see.
Okay, I hope you are, honestly.
Don't invite anyone else, okay?
Yeah, of course.
It'll just be the two of us.
Yeah, of course. It's fine.
I'm not sure how to say this, but when I'm with you, Spooks-kun, I don't feel so alone. I mean, I do have friends, but in everything, there's everyone at the dorm. But, usually I feel like the real me is trapped somewhere deep down inside. Maybe it's because of my family. Each time I open my eyes, it seems like I'm one step behind. But when I'm with you, I don't feel that way. You're very important to me, Spooks-kun.
Oh, that's not actually really nice for her to say, honestly. It's probably the nicest thing I've actually heard Yukari say, actually, to be honest, so far. So at least it seems like her character's kind of like, you know, calming down, which is a good thing. That was the only problem I had with her character, was that she was too aggressive. And now that she's kind of like calming down over the course of the game, she's actually getting like better and better over the course of the game, in my opinion. Because although it's funny to see her yell at Junpei, like, because that was a thing with, what was it, Chie and Yosuke in Persona 4 that I really liked. I liked that they butted heads like they were brother and sister, basically. And that was kind of funny with Junpei and Yukari, but she did it with every single character she, like, bashed into. And then it's kind of just a problem there. If it was just one character like Junpei, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But she does it with everyone, it seems. So, thankfully, she's kind of calming down now, and that actually makes things better. Also, is there a bird just, stuck in, like, suspension over, behind the sign over there? I just noticed that, because he stopped moving for a sec. Unless he stopped on the sidewalk, and then that would make sense, but I actually didn't expect him to do that. Hikari seems to really like you. Things are getting serious now. I'm pretty sure he just landed on the sidewalk, but it just felt like he didn't. A mysterious voice rings in your head. With that, another rank up for the Lover's Arcana. Honestly, that should be rank 7 now. Thou art I and I am thou. Thou shalt have blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Lover's Arcanum. That's kind of weird. Everything else kind of freezes, but the cars in the background didn't freeze. That's interesting. The Yukari Takaba social link has reached level 7. The power to create personas of the Lover's Arcana has grown as well. That is kind of strange, because everything else freezes in time, but the cars are still moving, like... That's actually kind of weird. That's actually really weird, actually. It seems there's something special between you. I guess. It definitely seems that way.
Thanks, it was delicious. Let's get going.
Yeah, of course. You decided to go back to the dorm. Okay, for 10:30, we're gonna be hanging out with Hidetoshi, so let's see how he's doing. This is the student council room. Since you have Oberon, a persona of the Emperor Arcanum, you should get along well with Hidetoshi. Would you like to spend some time with him after school? Yeah, of course. With that, we spent some time with Hidetoshi in the, thing. I just want to skip over that line since it seems kind of, like we're repeating ourselves when we hit that and then it says the same thing on the little dialogue box, so now I'm gonna probably just skip over that final one. Gekkokan High School Student Council Room. Only Hidetoshi is here. Sorry it was a quick meeting. Everyone left already. It's actually kind of nice not having those hyenas around. You're not going home yet? Yeah. Why are you still here? There's something I want to take care of before I go home. Hidetoshi seems troubled. About the cigarette butt in the boys' bathroom. I have to do something soon. What are you gonna do? As you can see, the meeting's over, so you can leave if you want. But I just got here. Yeah, true. I literally just got here, so I'll stay here. I see. Hidetoshi seems happy. If you're not in a hurry, can you spare a few minutes? Yeah, of course, I can stay here a little bit. A man without position, honor, or education, what can he cling to as he struggles through life? Sincerity, a man once told me. Okay. Do you want to know what happened to that man? While gathering information for a story, a TV anchor woman was injured on the job. The executives for the TV station called it an unfortunate accident, but when a magazine learned they were hiding something, the execs pointed out the finger at the scriptwriter. They said it was the writer who concealed the truth. He was made into a scapegoat. That man is currently serving time for perjury. It was he who taught me the meaning of sincerity. So it's gotta be someone that's part of his family then, or maybe just a close friend. Interesting. So he's thinking maybe he would become the scapegoat if he doesn't find out who the person with the cigarette butt was. That makes sense why he's so, caring about the situation. Okay. I was thinking it was more something to do with the school, but that's interesting. In today's society, the weak are preyed upon by the strong. You can't survive on sincerity alone. As for me, Spooks-kun, I'd like to build a corporation where everyone is treated fairly. But to do that, I need enough power to make my vision a reality. Okay, makes sense. Hidetoshi is opening up to you. Your relationship is stronger now. Based on the way he said that, it sounds like he would come back in a future story. That'd be interesting to see some social links return in future Persona games, honestly, since it seems like Persona 6 just got announced based on everything that happened with the whole 25th anniversary and them saying they have 7 new projects that they're working on. Well, obviously it's going to be announced by the time this goes up, but yeah, it definitely sounds pretty interesting. And honestly, I can't wait to play Persona 6 whenever that actually comes out, because that'll definitely happen. I'll be completely honest there. A mysterious voice rings in your head. Well, that's another rank up for the Emperor, leading us to rank 6. Since it's for sure and we don't need to make guesses now, since Obviously, we literally just worked on him not even that long ago, so we don't need to really guess on that. Thou art I and I am thou. Thou shalt have blessing when thou chooses to create a persona of the Emperor Arcana. Also, I really do wonder what the Emperor's Arcana is going to be for its final social link, to be honest, because I really do wonder what the strongest of the Emperor is going to be in this game, because it could be anything, honestly. The Student Council social link has reached level 6. Your power to create personas of the Emperor Arcana has grown as well, which we'll always take. Since it's always useful, it's getting dark out. Apparently it is.
Well, seems like we're done here. I'll walk with you to the door.
Oh, okay. You decided to go back to the dorm. Okay, we'll see you later, Hidetoshi. Okay, for 10:31, it looks like we actually have something for the morning, so let's see how Yukari is doing.
The moon will be full soon. We're almost done. Let's give it everything we've got.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we have to try as hard as we possibly can to save everyone in Tatsumi, so let's make sure we do our hardest, since apparently the Dark Hour affects everywhere, which is very scary to think about, although the shadows only seem to appear here, but apparently the Dark Hour affects everywhere outside of Japan, which is, yeah, very, very scary. So yeah, we should definitely try our hardest when the final Arcana decides to end up showing up. And apparently, based on the whole full moon operation things, we're more than likely going to be seeing it very, very soon. Because I don't think when we get to the next full moon, it's not going to show up. So let's be completely honest, we're eventually going to see it very, very soon. And I think it will be the next one, since, I don't know, they could always change up the formula every now and again. And I think they probably will once the final one is actually destroyed. But honestly, yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what ends up happening.
After this is all over, let's celebrate.
Yeah, of course, we can definitely celebrate. Okay, for 10:31, let's continue with Yukari, so let's see how she's doing.
Hey, Spooks-kun, are you walking back by yourself? I'll come with you.
It seems like Yukari wants to walk home with you. Yeah, it definitely does. Since you have Pixie, Persona of the Lover's Arcana, you should get along well with Yukari. Would you like to spend some time with her? Yeah, of course. And with that, let's get into rank 8.
Great, let's go somewhere.
Yukari seems excited. With that, honestly, I don't know how this one would end, honestly. But based on all the other Lovers Arcanas, it seems like it ends in a good way. So honestly, it's definitely gonna happen with a good ending, but honestly, I guess we'll find out. Polonia Mall. So why here again? Oh, just to go shopping. You've gone shopping with Yukari. Apparently so. Even though we don't have any bags or anything to prove that we did, but I guess we'll pretend.
I wanted to go check out some piercings. Hey, Spooks-kun, how about you pick one for me?
Alright. Yeah, sure.
Pick something cute that will look good on me.
Yukari seems to be enjoying herself. Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Hang on, I got a phone call.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing probably her mother again.
Hello? What? You're not? You want me to forgive you? Wait, don't do that. Do what you want to do. But that's not what I meant. If that's what you want, then go ahead, I don't care, so, well, don't have to worry about me.
Okay, see? Your mom cares about you, Yukari. You're just pretending like she's not.
You want to get together and talk about it? Stop, don't cry. I'll call you later, okay? Alright, bye.
Yeah, go say sorry to your mom. She seems like she actually does care about you. You're just angry at her for no reason. Based on what we can see, she just wanted you not be alone anymore. The father has been gone for a decade. There's no way that the lady's gonna be staying around and waiting till she dies to go hang out with the father again. Let's be completely honest here. Yukari hung up. So, what about it?
That was my mom. She apologized for everything that's happened. She said she won't get remarried until I forgive her.
Okay, that's good. But I do kind of feel bad for her mom, though.
Can we sit for a while?
Yeah, of course. You wanna forgive her, though? I honestly think you should.
She wants to see me, but I'm really nervous.
Do you want to see her, or can you forgive her? I'm gonna say what I think. Can you forgive her? Because I really do think she should.
Well, I don't know. To tell you the truth, there's more to it than that.
Yukari smiled a little. Then what is it?
We haven't seen each other in almost 10 years, so it's not going to be easy.
So you just gave up on her a decade ago for no reason. Okay then. That makes no sense then. Because there's no way she literally got right into another dating, right into dating another person right after that. So that makes no sense. Why are you mad at her then? Because it sounds like you were just mad at her for no reason out of nowhere anyways. Huh. So there was more to it than that. She just was mad at her for no reason and then just came up with a reason. That makes a little bit more sense then. Because, yeah, the mom's not doing anything wrong.
When I see her, I might get angry and say something cruel. But it's probably about time I talk to her. Nothing will change if I run away.
True.
Deep down inside, I think she still misses Dad. It's hard to explain, but I realized this when you and I started going out, Spookskun.
Took us going out with her to realize that. Kinda interesting, if you really think about it.
She couldn't handle it. Losing someone so important to her.
Yukari has opened up to you. The two of you are becoming even closer. And with that, rank 8 of the Lover's Arcana just like that. It's kind of strange she needed us to kind of realize that, because obviously the mom's not in the fault at all, based on everything Yukari said. The mother hasn't done anything wrong, so it's kind of weird that Yukari's mad at her for no reason. A mysterious voice rings in your head. That's rank 8 of the Lovers. And honestly, I do hope they kind of get back together, because Yukari really shouldn't be mad at her, honestly. Thou art I and I am thou. Thou shalt have her blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Lover's Arcana. Say, like, if the mom was, like, abusive or something, then it would make sense. But based on everything Yukari said, the mom just started going out with other people, and that's it. And that's why Yukari's mad at her. So, yeah, it's definitely unfair to her mother, to be honest, that Yukari's acting that way. Very distant for no reason. But honestly, maybe she was always distant. Maybe that's the reason. Because, you know, probably Yukari's mom probably did care a lot, and then Yukari was just always distant and only cared about her father, to be honest. It's always possible. The Yukari Takuba social link has reached level 8. Your power to create personas of Lover's Arcana has grown as well. So what now, Yukari? There's something special between you, and it's growing stronger. Definitely seems that way.
Oh well, let's go home. We can do more shopping some other day.
Yeah, true. You decide to go back to the dorm. Okay, with 11-1, we're finally saying goodbye to Akinari, since this is his final social link. So, let's see how he's doing, and see how he's gonna be faring for the end of his story.
Hey, can you spare a few minutes? There's something important I want to tell you. I must warn you though, it's a little depressing.
It seems there's something he wants to talk about. Okay, and a completely new, line of dialogue, too. Since you have Yatagarasu, a persona of the Sun Arcana, you should get along well with Akinari. Would you like to talk with him for a while? Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Akinari seems happy. Yeah, he definitely does. So, I'm gonna guess he probably finished his book by now, since, you know, it would be cool to see him finish it. And maybe that's what we'd end up getting as an item, because that would make sense. Unless he gives us the pen that we gave him in order to get his social link started, which could always make sense as well.
I've been waiting. I've finished my story, and wanted to show it to you.
Akinari wears a calm smile.
As you know, I was having a lot of trouble with the ending, but I finally figured it out. Since the alligator ate his friend the bird, he cried and cried for a very long time. In fact, he was so sad, he drowned in his own tears. His tears became a beautiful lake, around which grew beautiful flowers, and a tree with delicious fruit.
Was it a persimmon tree? I just had to bring that up, since the only time we've seen a tree in this game, when it, was actually important was the one in the, in that social link for the Hierophant. So honestly, I wanted to bring that up.
The other animals in the forest came there often to relax, but none of them knew the alligator had created it, or that he was long gone. The end.
And it's a little depressing, but it's actually kind of, it's actually really, sweet in a sorrowful way, honestly. I actually kind of like that. Because, it ends up, his death ends up making something beautiful in the end. It's actually kind of nice. Although it's kind of sad that the alligator's dead, and his bird friend knows as well, which we already knew he was dead, but it's actually kind of like, a beautiful way of seeing it. That's
the ending I decided on.
I almost said it in my own voice on accident.
Even though the alligator did not find meaning in his life, the residents of the forest did. They just didn't realize it yet. Because the meaning of life is not something I should worry about. It's really what others think of my life, or what I was really able to do for them. So for me, or you, or anyone, the meaning of our lives is something that we make but don't see. People can't survive without help from others. We all depend on one another.
Interesting.
I don't know if that made any sense, but do you kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I understand.
I'm glad. This is the notebook I wrote my story in. It's all I have left to leave behind. I wanted you to have something since you shared my last moments.
Okay. So, that means that, he's, after the story of Persona, he's just gone. Just like Shinjiro, gone in the wind just like that. It's kind of a sad way to think about it, but at least we gave him a little bit of solace before he ended up, passing away. Which is sweet in its own depressing way, honestly. Obtained a worn notebook, and based on what we know, it also has his, will in it, apparently, as well. So it's got his will and his story. And based on what happens in Persona 4, based on the whole thing with Pink Alligator in Persona 4, it sounds like Makoto ends up getting his story published. Well, obviously he takes the will out of it, and then he prints out the pages that Akinari made, because in Persona 4 they talk about his story. So it looks like Makoto goes out of his way to make sure everyone can know who Akinari was through publishing his book form, which is really, really happy, honestly, and although it's depressing that, that Akinari is no longer around, since he's no longer being seen by the doctors or anything like that, and as what he says, his condition's getting worse and worse. But it's good to see, that his book eventually got published, and people really like his book based on what we hear, so that's actually nice. Although, it's sad to know that he's no longer going to be around.
My body feels lighter.
Okay.
Thank you for everything. Coming to see me, talking, even discussing the meaning of life. I can be glad that I was born.
That's good. You understand Akinari's kindness. Your relationship is stronger now. Yeah, it definitely is. Although, he's no longer going to be around, but at least we got to share his final moments, at least. Mysterious voice rings in your head. With that, rank 10 of the Sun Arcanum, finishing off both the Chariot and the Sun today. Thou art I and I am thou. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Sun, Arcana, has now been set free. We bestow upon you the ability to create Asura, the ultimate form of the Sun Arcanum. And if I remember correctly, that's the level 91 persona in Persona 4 that ends up becoming that really strong strength-based persona, basically. That's pretty cool. The Dying Young Man social link has now reached its maximum level. You have now mastered the Dying Young Man social link. Your power to create personas of the Sun Arcanum has now reached its maximum level, and you have now forged a bond that can't not be broken. And just like that, we're officially done with the story. Maybe we'll see him again later, but hopefully he's still alive when we come see him again, because, we could be visiting his grave, for all we know, for his final thing, which would be kind of sad, but you never know, because apparently there is going to be a final conversation for every character, and this isn't the final one, so I guess we'll find out. The Sun social link is at its maximum level. You can now create Asura, King the Grand Being, okay.
I have to go now. Maybe someday.
Wait, was he just flickering? I thought I saw that for a second. Or is that just a graphical error?
I hope.
Oh no, he did it again, so he actually is flickering.
We meet again.
Oh. And just like that, Akinari is gone. Yu gripped his notebook tightly and decided to head back to the dorm. Huh. Just like that, just like Shinjiro, just gone. And we'll never see him again. Unless we see him as a ghost, but I don't know. Or his grave or something, but that's kind of sad. 2 people in our lives are gone, just like that. That's really depressing, but at least he's no longer in pain, right? So at least he won't be in pain any longer, so I guess that's a good thing. But just like that, we headed back to the dorm, well, saying our final goodbye to Akinari, and hopefully, maybe we'll see him again sometime in the future. Although, it probably is not going to be in a physical form, more than likely. Okay, I actually almost missed this conversation because I thought there wouldn't be one, but apparently there was. So, yeah, I had to reload the save in order to actually get this again. So, let's see what's going on here, because there was a little bit more than just welcome back. Welcome back. The day after tomorrow is a day. It's been a long journey, but we're finally here. We're the only ones who can defeat us, so don't let your guard down until the very end. True. We are going to be the only people that can take out the final Arcana, because it seems like Strega has no wanting of the tower to actually go down. And maybe Chidori might change her mind, since, Chidori's still in the hospital and Junpei's still watching over her, and she might have changed her mood about all that. But yeah, it definitely seems like it's literally all up to us at the end of the day. And hopefully we can actually deal with Strega sometime soon, because, Strega has kind of been a thorn in our side lately. And, they kind of got rid of Shinjiro, and I think they kind of have their days due at this point, and I think we should do something about them now, whenever we get the chance. So, I guess we'll find out very soon what's going to happen with Strega for Takaya and Jin, since Chidori didn't have anything to do with Shinjiro's death, or Jin technically either, but we definitely do need to do something about Takaya at least. So, I guess we'll find out very soon, honestly. Okay, for 11-2, we actually finally have some story for the morning again, so let's see what's going on with Fuka.
Good morning. Well, tomorrow's the day.
Yeah, it is. I'm ready. We can say what's tomorrow. That's really stupid of us if we did.
Good, I'll be counting on you. I'm positive a shadow will appear tomorrow. Strega may be up to something as well.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Anyway, please be prepared.
And hopefully Strega doesn't end up taking out another member, because that could definitely happen, let's be honest, because anything could happen at this point. Okay, and for our final social link for today's episode, we're going to be doing Yukari, and then I guess we'll finish off today's episode, since the next episode will be our next full moon operation. So, let's see what's going on with Yukari, and this should be rank 9 now, so we're getting closer and closer to finishing off her as well.
Hey Spooks-kun, are you busy? I thought we could talk for a while.
Yukari looks anxious. Since you have Pixie, a persona of the Lover's Arcana, you should get along well with Yukari. Would you like to spend some time with her? Yeah, of course. So, let's see how this goes.
Thanks.
Yukari seems relieved.
Then can we go to the rooftop?
Yeah, of course. So, what do you want to talk about? Since she approached us for a reason, so it's definitely something. Gekkoukan High School rooftop. You hear the track team training below. Hey, look at that. If we were part of the track team, that would actually be kind of funny. Yukari is quiet. Just be silent, I guess.
Oh, you came. Thanks.
Yukari seems a little nervous. Wonder why.
But there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
Spooks-kun, why do you spend so much time with me? Whenever I ask you to do something, you say yes. And you ask me to do things sometimes too, right? So, much has happened between us. Is it because we're both Persona users, or just because we're good friends? What do you really think of me?
Are we able to actually say?
Lately, when I see you with Fuka, I wonder what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
It feels like someday my heart is going to shrink, and I'm afraid I won't feel anything anymore.
I wonder if that means she actually notices us actually, finishing up a social link with Fuka. That is something that I really wonder about, because They could actually sneak little hints in there, so that is actually interesting to think about, since Fuka is literally the only other character on the team that has a social link that you can finish at this point, so yeah, I definitely do wonder, because it could say Mitsuru or even Aegis, you would think. I definitely do wonder.
I want you to look at me the way I look at you, Spooks-kun.
You feel a warm affection from Yukari, and your relationship is becoming more intimate. And that's rank 9 of the Lover's Arcana just like that. Mysterious voice rings in your head. It was short and sweet, honestly. Honestly, I hope that at least at the end of her social link, her and her mother gets back together. Because, yeah, they definitely should. Thou art I and I am thou. Thou shall have your blessing when thou choosest to create persona of the Lover's Arcana. And honestly, what do we do now, honestly? Because, yeah, there's still a little bit more to this, since, you know, there's always a little conversation after ranking up. The Yukari Takaba social link has reached level 9. Your power to create personas of this Lover's Arcana has grown as well. So, what now, Yukari? There's something special between you, and it's growing stronger.
Will you...
Well, I was.
What am I saying? I've gotta go.
Oh, there she goes. Yukari is left. You decide to go back to the dorm. And with that, usually there is something on the final night, so let's see what's going on in the dorm, since there always usually is something. So it looks like we actually have a full-on story. Usually it's just small stories, so let's see what's going on.
Well, tomorrow will be our last operation.
Yeah, well, apparently, but the characters don't know that there's actually going to be more, because the game don't end until March, and the final operation more than likely won't happen until December, because that's usually the case in these games.
Yeah. We've been through a lot since the last 6 months. Don't you think?
It went by quickly. Yeah, it was rough. Haven't really thought about it. Yeah, it was rough. A little bit. But I actually thought it was pretty fun, honestly, but we didn't have that choice.
It sure was. It was a lot better than doing nothing, right? Besides, we made some new friends.
True. Aw, Ken.
Yeah, I guess.
Aw. He's thinking about Shinjiro. At least he's got Koromaru there. And Koromaru, actually, when it comes to the arena games, Ken and Koromaru actually team up, which is actually kind of nice. So, technically, Ken actually does make a lifelong friend through Koromaru, as it seems through, because they actually become, like, really, really close, it seems. Which is actually really nice to think about.
Well, it's all been worth it, if you ask me. It's been 2.5 years since I got this power, and you don't hear me complaining.
But you lost Shinjiro and Miki. Are you sure?
Sanada-san.
Woof. Just a random woof from Koro.
2.5 years is a long time. Oh wait, for ages it's been even longer, huh?
Apparently so. Did we ever learn how long Aegis has been around? I don't think so. I think maybe we were told, I think maybe a decade, I would think. Which would make sense. I don't actually really remember. I think they talked about it once, and that was during Yakushima. So I think it's been a decade, I think.
I was asleep very much at that time, so I have not been in operation very long.
Okay, makes sense.
How about you, Mitsuru-senpai? You started before Yakushiko-san, right?
Yeah, she was the first one to work on this.
Me? Yeah, it was just me at first. Of course, back then C's didn't exist. This was just a regular dorm.
True.
Did the chairman recruit you?
Yeah. No. Really? Wait a minute.
No.
How did the chairman get attached to this?
I've been aware of the Dark Hours since I was a child. One time my father's, research team was attacked by shadows. That's when I awakened to my persona, and when I witnessed the incident.
Okay. So, literally, right when the incident happened, she awakened her persona. Interesting.
That's what happened.
Huh. So, how is Shuji related to this? I wonder how he got recruited then. That's interesting, because he doesn't have a persona, based on what we know. So, how does he remember anything? Yeah, that's weird. That's really weird. Maybe he worked for Kirijo, maybe. That would make sense. Because he seems to know a lot about Mitsuru and
about Akihiko and everyone else, so yeah, we don't really know much about Shuji, do we? That is kind of interesting to really think about.
It seems I was the first. If that had never happened, perhaps none of you would have to bear this terrible burden.
But the world would probably end based on what Pharaoh says, but none of them know about that.
Senpai?
It would have happened to someone eventually. Besides, enemy can't be just ignored. True. And honestly, based on what we could really think about, I guess you could say, if Persona never happened, Shin Megami would happen. So, technically, yes, in a way. So, we could say the protagonist from, Nocturne, we could say 4, 3, 2, or 1, or even 5. Literally, you never know, honestly. Because these worlds technically could tie together, but they're alternate dimensions, and we know that. But, yeah, it's pretty interesting to think about, really.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah, it is very much true. And with that, it looks like we ranked up the Fool again for the first time in forever. Mysterious voice rings in your head, and rank 6 of the Fool Arcana. And that's also another reason why we know the game's far from over, is that the Fool Arcana is nowhere close to max, and we still have yet to get the Judgment Arcana, and we know that more than likely because of the fact that I wasn't able to find anything on who the Judgment is based on, since obviously it had a question mark next to it, so it must be pretty important, so it's more than likely spoilery if I saw who it was, so thankfully the person did mark that out for me. But yeah, definitely it seems like whatever ends up happening for the Judgment, that is also a story-based Arcana, and Death Arcana is not finished either. So, thou shalt have your blessing when thou choose a crit persona of the Fool Arcana. Which is always nice to see, since there is some good ones in the Fool Arcana, and honestly I'll take whatever we can get. The C social link has reached level 6, your power to create personas of the Fool Arcana has grown as well. And Fool Arcana always means your story, story through life, basically, based on what I understand. So, we're far from the end of our story, and it looks like just like that, it's over. Okay, which, honestly, I really do wonder what's going to happen in the next one, since anything could possibly happen, and through the small hints that we got through the days of what we did, we're more than likely going to see Strega, due to what Fuka said, and we're more than likely going to be fighting the final Arcana for sure, which will more than likely be the Hanged Man based on, if we go to the social link here, we can tell because if you go to, let's see here, if we go to Fortune and Strength, I think it will show the numbers, so yeah, we have X1 there, and then we have X2 there, so yeah, Hangman would be next. So very interesting. I do wonder what the battle style of the Hangman's going to be, since it seems like when they're one-on-one, they're a lot stronger, because of the fact that when the Hermit was charging up, it seemed like it was charging up some kind of like one-hit ability, honestly, because he didn't really get a chance to attack us, so yeah, I definitely think he was going to one-shot us if he were to charge up. It was like a super charge, basically. So yeah, definitely would have been kind of detrimental if we got hit by that. I might end up looking into that, honestly, since now that we're actually done with all those, I don't think we have to worry about spoilers for them, because I don't think they would come back. So I might look into that and then talk about it in the next one if I remember to. So yeah, honestly, we have a big episode in the next one, since we're going to be finally getting rid of the final Arcanic Shadow, and then probably fighting off with Strega in the next one. Or maybe Strega's the final boss, you never know. So with that, thank you all for watching today's episode, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Keep being spooky, and peace out.
Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.